Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, today is February 9th, and there's a couple of things going on. The DJI Fly app got updated yesterday to version 1.9.4. That adds support for the DJI Mini 2 SE. That now they're saying isn't going to be available until March 20th, something like that, which is really odd that they would update the Fly app that early. Also, I noticed if you go on the DJI website, not the mobile website, but the website on your computer, there's already a section there for the Mini 2 SE. It just has accessories in it, it doesn't have the drone itself. Anyway, interesting, and you know, they're saying March before that one's available, but it's kind of odd, so who knows. But I just wanted to tell you about this this update for the Fly app. But what we're doing here today is I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Haven't flown this guy in a while, and in fact there was an update last December 22nd it is, I think it was. I'll tell you here real quick. Yeah, December 22nd, right before Christmas, and it updated it to version v01.00.0450. Well, I've flown the drone since then, but I didn't really look at if it affected anything. But what it says is it added support for propeller guard, which tells me that they're looking at this guy for flying over people. And then it also said it fixed some known issues. What does that mean? How do we know, right? Those are just the kind of things you never really know. But what I thought I would do is to take the Mini 3 Pro up today. I'm at Heroes Park in Meridian, just flying around and just see what we can see. You know, we might try some of the intelligent flight modes and so forth. So I want to add, I'm flying with the DJI RC, so it's got an older version of the Fly app on it, and I checked for updates. I tried to see if I could force an update within this, and you can't. So it just is on my iPhone right now. So this one is Fly app version 1.9.1. When that'll get updated, I don't know. So what I do with the DJI RC is I always hotspot it to my iPhone. So that way I always have an internet connection with this. That way you'll know when you get a firmware update as well. I think that's why I was late with the firmware update. I probably flew and I didn't have this connected to the internet, so it doesn't even know there's an update then, which is a good reason to always hotspot to your phone. Okay, enough jibber jabber. Let's get this little drone in the air and let's just go on a flight. We're gonna fly around. I don't know what all we're gonna do. It's just a blue sky day in Idaho today. It's a little cold, it's a little windy, but we got blue skies, so I want to fly, and that's what I'm going to do. Let's get this bird in the air. Hey, okay, so you can see I actually charged this battery, I don't know, not quite a week ago, so it's at 89%. This is the extended battery, but that's still going to be plenty of flight time for what we need. Let's go into the safety menu real quick. And yeah, we're on bypass, which is what we want to be, or what I want to be. And the radar map, what that is the obstacle avoidance it'll show on your screen. And then I have my return home height set at 33 meters. That's perfect where we're at here. We can, you can see compass is normal, IMU is normal. We can take a quick look at a battery, but I'm sure that's fine, and of course it is. Let's get out of there. Oh, I'm going to go to that About page. So you can see that firmware package 1.9.1 on the app and 01.00.0450 on the aircraft firmware. Okay, let's get out of there. And I hear an aircraft. He is above the park, but he's way up there. Again, let's go ahead and start recording. We're in full automatic, autofocus. We're gonna shoot in 4K 30, starting recording now. And yeah, let's do a takeoff on the app. So clicking on that left-hand side there, that up arrow, gives us the button. Hold that down, and boom. There goes the little drone, and it disabled Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You know what? I'm just going to leave that. I know I already have maps for this area, so I'm not worried about it being connected, so we're going to leave that. But if you were worried about that, you would just simply pull the pull down app and reconnect to your hotspot. But in any case, let's bring the drone in and look at that. That obstacle avoidance is going up and over. It didn't want us to. It didn't want to hit us, so we'll stop right there. Let me drop that camera down, and we'll do our droney. And we got another aircraft. He's also right here above us, but he's way up there too, way higher than we'll ever go with this drone. So reverse and up now, reverse and up. And I'm hitting on that up stick, see if we can get myself in the center of frame here. Boom. And let me pick that camera back up. You can see it's a blue sky day. And we got a little bit of a tilted horizon, just barely, but you got to acknowledge that. I don't know what it is about these drone companies that they can't seem to solve the tilted horizon here. And let me see if it'll flatten out here. That's the mega Walmart off in the distance, and now it's still tilted. Let me yaw back and forth. There, and that kind of straightened it out. That yaw right there straightened it out, and we've all seen that before. So so there's Walmart off in the distance there. Looks like a busy day. I'm going to visit that Walmart as soon as I'm done here. Let's go ahead and zoom in just for the fun of it. And we can see how busy they are. That takes us to 2x zoom. Yeah, plenty busy over at the Walmart. But the drone is flying just fine. So whatever the firmware did, you know, the only anomaly I've seen is that it was that tilted horizon, which appears to be straight now. So just took it a second to straighten out, but it's worth mentioning. You used to never see that. It's kind of odd. It's kind of weird. I flew my original Hubsan Zeno the other day, the one that came out in 2018, and you know what? The horizon was perfect on that drone. Nice and flat. Okay, let's fly out this way. We're gonna cross the street and get out into the field here, and we can go check out the Walmart, check out our signal. One of the things I've noticed with this DJI RC, it has internal antenna, and I don't think it does as well as even the RCN1 controller. It does okay. It's not like it's bad. You got that 03 OcuSync 3. But I still, and then I should also mention what our top speed, we were at about 10 meters per second there. And there must be some gusty wind, because I see it slowing down a little bit. So it's definitely hitting some wind gusts there on its way over. But let's get out here, and we're 64 meters high, so that gives us a good straight shot at the drone. We'll go out here to the corner, see if we can get out a kilometer or so. Let's throw it in sport mode. Let's see what we can do. There's sport mode, full stick forward. That disables obstacle avoidance. You want to remember that. And let's get clear out here to the corner. And what I'm doing here is I want to test the signal strength on the drone. So we're going to get all the way out here, and we're going to be, that's right at a kilometer. Letting off the stick now. Yeah, we're just a little over a kilometer, 1,018 meters. Let's spin the drone around, and one of the things tests that you can do with your drone is as you do a yaw like this, often it changes the aspect of the antenna on the drone, and you can lose contact. But look at this, we're perfect. We are absolutely perfect. Let's do something. Let's make a move here that I have never done before. We're going to go back into normal mode. Let's go over the top of Walmart here and kind of give you a look at, that way we're over the top of the building. We're not over the top of any cars or anything like that, or people. And just kind of give you a little different view of the area here of the parking lot. what's going on there. Typical gas station car wash on the corner. That's Idaho for you. They're all over the place. And then, you know, little strip mall there in front of the Walmart. Let's go back the other way. Let's drop the camera down a little bit so we can take a look. Fairly busy day at Wally World. We can move forward here a little. Lots of cars in the lot. And that building off in the corner out there is a credit union. Not one that I've ever heard of before, so but evidently they got enough business they need a building. Okay, let's pick that camera back up and start heading back this way. And it always just cracks me up, the battery power on this drone. It really will go a long ways. You know, we started at 89%. We're at 70% battery. So you get a lot of flight time out of this little drone. And as far as anything with the 0450 firmware update, I don't see any big changes. That's me dropping the camera down a little bit. Let's go over here and we'll head for Keith Bird Legacy Park here. You can see it off in the distance there. And that is that's Costco right next to it. It always just amazes me when I do these kind of flights, in that it just wasn't very long ago that these were all just empty fields. I'd start in the park here and I'd fly out this area and I just was flying over empty fields. It's just amazing how fast the development takes place. It's always interesting to me when I go back and look at some of my old videos from 2, 3, 4 years ago, and you just see such a change in the landscape. And that's me dropping altitude. And here we are at Keith Bird Legacy Park, and I'm not going to go over the play area there, but we can take a look at it. Kind of scroll sideways there. Had a little breakup on FPV, so yeah, signal. So I'm grabbing some altitude here. Make sure we get our signal back. Altitude is your friend and things like that. Yeah, we're good again. We got full signal. Got down there low enough that I had some interference. And then, so this development right here, yeah, I'm going to do a quick kind of yaw to the left here, or and bank to the left a little bit, and kind of show you this. I guess you'd call it a subdivision. It's an over 50 area. And I don't know, I guess you'd call these patio homes. I suppose some of them are duplexes, but I used to fly out to this corner out over here all the time. And that was almost exactly a kilometer from where I'm standing, and it is. I'm looking right now, and I'm just about 1,000 meters away, and this was just a farmer's field. That's what it was. I'd watch them plant, harvest, etc. You can see some of those homes down there. They look like duplexes to me, and it looks like they've got a little bit of a green space area. I guess what I would interpret that is that is an open air toilet for people's pets in the development. That's where you take your dog. I'm quite sure that's probably mostly what that's used for. Okay, let's pick that camera up and let's go this way. And down to 62% battery, so we're in great shape. And Costco here. And I'm going to visit that Costco here in a few minutes. You can still see they're still putting in some homes here. And oh, I see they got another, let me drop the camera for a second here. So they got a little park area, little green space area on both sides of the subdivision. So yeah, and like let's look at this house right down here that they're just building here. I'm going to drop, that guy is backing in, but let's drop down. Looks like those are probably just they're still in construction phase, but that is pretty clearly a duplex. Let me zoom in on that. So the one thing about that, though, is, yeah, it is a duplex, and it almost looks like there might even be, nah, I'm sure it's probably just a fake dormer there with a window. I was going to say a second story, but that doesn't make any sense. I'm sure it's just single level. However, the point that I was going to make earlier is that you have a garage between both sides. So, you know, you're not necessarily going to hear your neighbor like you would if the living quarters were side by side. So that's probably a pretty good design right there. Okay, we're back out, and here we are at Costco again. And we can kind of go over the top of the Costco here too. Costco, I'm going to go check and see if they still have that Mini 2 deal here. They had a pretty good deal on a Mini 2 with 2 batteries. I'll have to check the price. My friend Mike Wright, I think, said it was like $419 or $429 for that kit. Although I'd swear my friend Ryan Duvall got it for, and he may have got his at a Sam's Club. Or no, he did get it at Costco. I'm pretty sure he got his for under $400. But yeah, you know, looks like it's moderately busy. That is a Dutch Brothers coffee stand you see off in the distance there. You folks on the East Coast are not going to know what Dutch Brothers is, but you will soon, because it is a fast-growing chain. Very, very popular with the younger folks, you know, from middle school on up. My brother is a middle school teacher, and he said the very most prestigious thing any kid could do in middle school would be to come to school with Dutch Brothers. Not necessarily coffee, but just one of their drinks. You know, whether it was you know, some kind of juice or hot chocolate or whatever. And I suppose some of them drink coffee too. And you can see some more development here. These are, I don't know if these are condos or apartments, but they sure don't have a problem building up here, do they? So we're going to cross this street, and I saw some contractors and stuff walking around down there, so I want to stay away from that. And we'll kind of turn around and look back towards it here so you can get another look. But boy, what a busy area, huh? I mean, you're living right in the middle of it there. Yeah, so I'm going to say those are condos, and I'll bet you that building kind of in the center of the screen right now is probably a clubhouse building. And you got the Costco there. Along the side there, that strip mall, I know there's a what are they, Cafe Olé, I think it is, a little Mexican food restaurant, and then there's a Burger King over there, and there may even be a chiropractor and something else, but that, you know, typical development. 49% battery, so we are now, what you're looking at here is an LDS church. You guys have seen that many times before on my channel. I tell you what, this little Mini 3 Pro is freaking amazing. I mean, we have a fair amount of wind today. The drone doesn't even know it. It just flies. We're in normal mode, and it's at its top speed of 10 meters per second. So, yeah, I'm going to walk out into the field here. Let's bring the drone down, and maybe we can try a master shot or something, or a quick shot. I've already overshot myself. There I am. Bring that drone towards me. And we're in normal mode, so yeah, I do have obstacle avoidance. And the drone just flies right by me. Pretty darn cool. And I'm checking that menu, safety. And we are in bypass. I just, it always pays to double check, right? Okay, full stick forward. And the drone goes over the top of me. That is the beauty of DJI right there. Whoop, what did I do? I touched something here. Yeah, I don't know. I just looked down on I saw that on the screen. I was looking at the drone. What's it gonna do? It goes around me this time. Spin it around here. Let's see, it's looking at my legs. And it went on around me. Yeah, anyway. Okay. Let's bring the drone. Well, I want to get on the other side so that we're not looking into the sun. You know, that's the problem with the winter sun. It's so low in the sky, it really can affect the quality of your video. But let's bring this guy in. And okay, I need to stop recording, don't I? So stop recording. Let's click on that film strip. Let's go into quick shots. And yeah, it's giving me the instructions, which I already know. So we're going to do a Helix is what we're going to do. That's my favorite. Let's get out of that. Let's click on the plus sign there, so it's going to select me, maybe. Yeah, it's got me. Okay, so we don't want to do, it's wanting to do a droney, but we want to do a Helix. And obstacle avoidance is unavailable, it says, when you're in that mode, so that's fine. We'll know that. Let's change that radius. Let's go 50 meters. Start. We're going to do a big one. And we still got 38% battery. And there she goes. Helix is one of my favorite tricks with the quick shots. And it's something that is really difficult to do manually. I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but you're going to have to be better on the sticks than I am, because you're going to have to be banking, yawing, and increasing in height all at the same time. And it's done, so it's returning. It'll come back to its stop. And we've been in the air for 20 minutes, or recording, doing a screen recording for 20 minutes. And we're still at 36% battery. I just think that is so cool. Okay, so it is returned. I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go back into video. Clicked on video. Oh, no, it didn't take it. Let's go. Let's click on video there. Video. Start recording again. And yeah, let's just show you what you can do with this guy. With the obstacle avoidance on this little drone, you just don't have to worry about hitting things. Let's just go straight towards and see if it'll go up and over. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? Yeah, it goes over the top. Is that cool or what? Right over the top of the picnic shelter. So let's bring it back. Let's aim it at that deal in the middle there. And right over the top. And let's say, what if we wanted to go underneath it? Let's just bring this guy forward. It's seeing all this stuff around it. And we can fly clear around the other side. Let's see if we can get under this tree here. And we're back around the other side. Okay, let's point. Let's come back to me now. And that's nothing. It's handling that no problem. Full stick forward, and it just goes around me. Pretty neat technology that that DJI puts in this drone. Okay, I think we're at 29% battery. Let's run this guy out there, and we'll get out to the corner here. Stop and take a picture of the Boise front, and then we'll do a return to home. Picking up that camera there, getting the rule of thirds. And I am going to stop recording. I am going to, rather than on the app, I'm just going to take a picture using the button on the controller. Maybe. Yeah, that just switched it. I don't think that took a picture. There we go. That got a picture. Enhancing image quality, it says. I love that. Okay, let's zoom in. So that is 2x zoom. Let's pick that camera up. And let's rotate around, kind of get the mountains kind of more centered here. And one more picture. I like it how it says enhancing image quality. The other thing you notice, we got 32 satellites. This thing really grabs the satellites. Okay, we're going to go back into video mode. Start recording. And let's see, it's 28 meters high. I think we had return to home height set at 33. So let's do return to home. I'm going to hit the button on the controller. I didn't hold it down long enough. I never do. There we go. And it's coming home. We can see how close it gets to the landing pad here. This drone makes no pretense at precision landing, but you never know. Looking into the sun there, dropping that camera down as we come. Camera is straight down, and look at that. It's pretty close. It's not quite, but you never know. It can zoom in on it at the end here. So we'll see. It's going to be close. It's kind of moving over a little bit. I'm going to pause because I want to get on the landing pad. So I am looking at it from a distance, and I've told you guys before that I have a problem with depth perception because I really only have one eye. So I think I'm over the top of the pad right now. Not sure, I'm pretty sure I am. I'm gonna hold the stick straight down and let's see if we land on the pad. Straight down. Now I can see already I'm off, I'm in front of it. Yeah, well, pretty close. And the camera's down in the grass there. We're gonna stop recording. Stop the screen recording. Hey, okay, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay guys, the DJI Mini 3 Pro with the firmware version v01.00.0450 and the DJI RC with the app version, fly app version 1.9.1. Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a fun little flight, right? I hadn't been out flying in quite a while because of weather. Finally got a blue sky day. It's kind of cool, but at least it was a blue sky day, and so we could get out and fly. And so we did. With regard to the firmware update, I didn't see anything particularly remarkable. It said it fixed some known issues. What they are, I don't know. The only anomalies I can report is we did see at the very first there, we definitely had a tilted horizon. We got it straightened out, and I think it stayed pretty straight for the rest of the flight. But moreover, the goodness of the drone, the OcuSync 3 connection, flying it out, no issues. Yaw the drone, change the aspect ratio of the antenna, you still get a great connection. Got some little different views. I showed you some little different views of some of the things that you've seen in some of my flights before. But it was just a nice blue sky day to get out and fly. We tried a Helix, one of my favorite moves with the quick shots. A pretty cool move. Kind of messed around with obstacle avoidance a little bit. It definitely, you know, you can fly this drone with confidence that you're not going to run into stuff. It's going to go around you or buildings or whatever, or stop. It's a pretty cool system that DJI devised, and so cool that you can have it on a sub 250 drone. So anyway, that's about it. That's about the size of it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I do so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we absolutely will see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 3 Pro, cool little drone. See ya.